Hi guys, gals, everyone. I'm Lisa and this is North Star Energy Healing. I'm just coming on with a little chat because I have been thinking about some things over the past few days, probably maybe a little bit longer than that. And I don't know where this chat is going to go, but I have some things on my mind that have kind of been weighing on me. And I don't know who's going to watch this, maybe nobody. But um, just regarding when is it time to, let something go. So I've had my channel for 2 years. It'll be 2 years this month, I think, since I put my first video out as far as tarot goes. When I first started this, I was really excited about it and happy. And I remember I started with, just a couple of subscribers, people that I knew that I said, oh, I'm going to do this. And then it was 13 and then 50 and on and on. And I think I have 472 subscribers maybe now. But getting videos out on YouTube where people can watch them is a struggle, because I have that many viewers. I don't have commercials, on their ads or whatever they are. And I put a lot of work into the videos that I do, like hours and hours between recording them and uploading them and posting links on Facebook and Instagram and all those other places. And I also still work outside the home. I'm gone from 8:30 in the morning till 4:30 to 5, Monday through Thursday. So trying to get all that stuff done. And then I post them, and then the last one, like the week of the 22nd, I think, some of the videos didn't get any views at all. And then I posted the October readings, 2 days ago. There are still some signs that have 0 views, and I'm like, should I be doing this? Like, what am I doing here? Should I be spending my time doing something else? And, my guides have always told me not to pay attention to the number of views because the message will get to the person. Maybe it's only one person who needs it. But then when I see 0 views, I'm like, well, what about the effort I put into that? What's happening with this? And, I love what I do. I love doing this. I dread going to work at my outside job. Just driving there, I'm thinking about all the things I could do if I was here, making more videos and maybe working on, I don't know. So, there are videos out that say, oh, how do you get more views? And you're supposed to put some hook line title. And I'm like, that just seems like something I don't want to do. I don't know, maybe because I'm too old school. So I basically am just putting what it is. It's a Scorpio for October of 2025. And maybe I'm resisting what I should do to get views. And so anyway, kind of struggling with that right now on the number of hours I'm putting into the YouTube channel and doing that. And then I get very few inquiries about people that want a personalized reading. So then that makes me question, well, do they not like my readings? And yeah, there's not a lot of likes on them either. Am I supposed to be doing this? And years and years ago, and more than 2 or 3 times, I've been told that you're a tarot reader. You have that in you. I can see it. I can feel it. So I don't know. Question that. I mean, maybe there are people out there that question. I'm an accountant. Should I really be doing this? Is it fulfilling? I don't know, a physical therapist or even a doctor or a lawyer may be questioning, but we're just going to work and, trying to make a living and, trying to be happy on our off time. I know that I don't remember who said this, but they said, do something you love and you'll never work a day in your life. Right. So if I was doing this every day of my life, it wouldn't feel like work if that was how I made my living. Um, so there is, I guess, some truth to that. So at the advice of a couple of people, I made a TikTok channel. So I put a 90-second video up on TikTok and it gets over 100 views in an hour. And some 200, 300, 400 even, almost 500. And I'm like, is that what people are wanting now? Just quick, boom, I want to watch something for a minute and scroll to the next thing. Maybe that's what it's all about. But I'm, just saying to myself, asking my guides, show me what it is that I should be doing. And maybe some of you are asking those same questions. How do you know when it's time to let go of something? How do you know when that isn't the thing you should be doing? How do you know when to let go of a relationship? Friends, coworkers, family members, things that you put your time and energy in. I have put time and energy into relationships with people and it's not reciprocated. And it's painful, to keep doing that. And then, not feeling like it's appreciated. The world that we live in is so different than what I grew up in. When somebody does something for you or gives you something, you thank them. Birthdays and Christmas, you actually send a thank you card. I don't know how many people even do that anymore. There are things that are challenging for me. So I don't know. Some people probably think, oh, readers, psychics, mediums, intuitives have this, bulletproof life that's probably happy and blissful all the time. But that's not true. We go through the same struggles as any other human does on this planet at this time, right? So there are times when I feel super uplifted and happy and feel like, yes, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And then there are times when I'm doubtful. And maybe that's my problem. Maybe when I'm doubting things is the problem. But anyway, so I have this, whatever I do today will be enough. I bought that a long time ago when I had a job that was really, really overtaxing me. And I put that on my desk and you may not be able to finish everything before you leave. Now I'm in another job that feels like that. It didn't feel like that 2 years ago when I started. So I started this new job about a month or so before I started this channel. So they've been kind of in tandem. I try to surround myself with things that make me feel good. I love carnations. These are some flowers that they were broken off, and so I couldn't put them in my big vase. So I have them here just to remind me, to be there, to look pretty, to make me feel good. And I have this. This is a smooth rock that my husband brought me one day. He came home from work and just said, open your hand, and he dropped that in. He knows that I love things from nature like rocks and leaves and things like that. So anyway, I don't know why I'm telling you all that. You probably don't really care. So when do we know that it's time to let go of something? When do we stop putting the effort into something? How far do we go with our energy and our efforts into something before we say, okay, it's time to be the Eight of Cups card and walk away from this? So I'm going to pull, so I have the main Oracle deck, and these are very poetic cards, and I'm going to pull a card for this. Like I said, I don't even know how many people are still watching this. Maybe you heard my first few lines and said, oh, I'm not interested in this. But I think that this can be a message for anyone, right? Just because I'm asking, about this situation for me, like, my tarot, how do I know? But this could also be for any of you that are thinking the same thing. Like, is it time to walk away from that friendship that I'm putting, 80% of the effort into? Is it time to let go of that relative who doesn't bother to, thank me or stay in touch with me or acknowledge anything that I do or say? When is it time to let go of the person that never calls you back? If I say, I'm going to call you tomorrow or this weekend or whatever it may be, I do it, but there are people that say that to me that they don't. And I'm like, I just, it's hurtful. Anyway, so the card that I pulled from the main oracle, I got to remember that the camera's different, is the easy chair. 59, that's a 14, which is a 5, would just change. Weariness and fatigue, most will agree, provide a fertile ground for mistakes. As of now, one has done all that can be done. It is time to take a break. Wow. Time to take a break. Time to take a break. Okay. Now let's see what the tarot has to say about this. How do you know? How do I know? How do you know? How do we know when it's time to let go of something? How do we know? How do we know? In the background, you can see my, other side, my zero gravity chair. That's for hypnosis sessions. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's like too many cards. Truth. And just a lot of random things. That cabinet back there has essential oils in it. On top are the things that my husband has made me. Little paintings he's done, and it's three roses made out of wood shavings. Okay. All right, let's see. What is the message from the tarot after that easy chair message? 9 of Cups. That's a lot of emotion. 9s are accomplishment. There's all these things down at the bottom that he's created emotionally. And he's holding up one cup that he's paying a lot of attention to, while some other things are kind of falling by the wayside. Oh, yeah. Okay. And then Tower. So, Tower moment is when something happens that changes either your belief in something, someone. Things will never be the same regarding that particular thing again. It could be where you've put someone on a pedestal and they're falling, and you're realizing some sort of truth about that person or that situation. 3 of Pentacles, this is creation and collaboration. 3s are creation and collaboration. Pentacles are your work, how you earn your living, what you do to earn your living, to pay your bills. It's things in the physical. This guy is really proud of his work and what he's done with his cohorts, whoever he's doing it with. So that is the 3 of Pentacles. Ace of Swords. This is the sword of truth. This is a new beginning in truth. A new beginning in truth. So this could be a new beginning with that person or with that thing, but it's got to be in truth. It's got to be truthful, this new beginning. New opportunity. 4 of Pentacles. This is all about what you give and what you keep. Pentacles being about money and the physical. How much do you keep and how much do you give away? That can be your time, your energy, your money even, your skills. How much do you keep and how much do you give, right? Don't deplete yourself or your own stores by giving too much to others. Last card out is the Four of Swords. This is a card of contemplation, right? Meditation. It's a card of communication. This could be a conversation that's taken place. This sword is the answer. But you don't know how to answer that until you've meditated, contemplated, thought about it logically, about what possibly, your answer should be. What is the right answer? Feeling into your gut for the right answer. That's exactly what I need to do right now, right? Is I need to feel into my gut to see what the answer is for me about this channel, about friends or family members or people that I have around me, what I'm putting my efforts into, and what needs to keep going, and what maybe I need to back off from. And maybe for some of you, you're thinking the same thing, right? This is not just a message for me. This is a message for anyone who's feeling like they're putting a lot of effort into something and not really getting a return that's at least equal to the effort that they're putting in, you're putting in, I'm putting in, we're putting in, right? So, okay, let me pause the camera and move it so you can see the cards so I can go over them again. So just hold on. Okay, all right, so back to this view. Remember, the first card was 59, Easy Chair. Weariness and fatigue, most will agree, provide a fertile ground for mistakes. As of now, one has done all that can be done. It is time to take a break. Okay, so interesting. All right, and then going over the tarot that we had, it was the Nine of Cups. A lot of emotional effort has been put into something that has been accomplished emotionally. But he's kind of only paying attention to this. It's like a celebration of what he's done emotionally, but then he's kind of not paying attention to the cups that are down here. There are readers that read that card differently, but I am an intuitive reader, and that's how my guides have always explained that card to me. Tower. Well, we all know what that is. Something's going to come crashing down, and it's never going to be the same. Three of Pentacles. This is, creation, collaboration, what you're working on, somebody you're working with, something you've created that you're proud of. I know I am proud of my channel. I am proud of what I do on my channel, of the messages that my guides bring through. But, it's, like I said, getting... I don't know, the Four of Pentacles card. All right, so Ace of Swords. This is a new opportunity or a new beginning that is founded in the truth of things, that is founded in truth, right? Swords are communication. This is truth. So we have to be honest with ourselves, right? I'm going to have to be really brutally honest with myself about the situation and what I want to do about it or with it, or do I want to change it, etc., etc., as do you. Whatever the situation that you're thinking about. Yeah. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. This is what I was saying about the energy that you're putting out. Are you getting back at least the equal to what you're putting out? Like, is it worth the effort? The person, the job, the YouTube channel, the blog, the vlog, the TikTok channel, whatever it is, for you, Patreon, I don't know, whatever it is that you do, your website, are you getting back out of it the fulfillment that equals what you're putting in? Now, I understand that when you first start a business, you're going to put a lot more effort into it, until it grows. And if you've been at something like I have for 2 years with this channel, has it grown? Am I getting out of it what I'm putting into it? That's the decision that I have to make. And that's the decision that we all have to make at certain times. The Four of Swords. This is contemplation and how you're going to answer, how I'm going to answer. Thinking back about the conversations, and the words, which obviously my posts are all words, right? The words, the conversations, the thoughts, and then thinking about what the answer is going to be with that Four of Swords, right? Okay, I'm gonna pull a magical times empowerment card, and I hope that some of you who have been thinking about the effort that you're putting into something or someone, is it worth it, and how do you figure out if it's time to let go? And that easy chair message of time to take a break, right? Time to take a break. So we'll have to see if I heed that. All right, Spirit. What is the Magical Times Empowerment card that you would like to give us today for this reading about when is it time to let go? When is it time to move on? How do we know? Oh, beautiful green cards. Green is my favorite color. Journey and dance is what we have. Focus on how far you have come, not how far you have to go. You will find help in unexpected places. Wow, I love that. Dance. Find your heart's rhythm. Step lightly and swing with the melody. Close your eyes and let joy lead the way. Well, those are good words of advice, right? Think about how far you've come, we've come, I've come, whoever's message this is, right? How far you've come, not how far you have to go. Find your heart's rhythm. Step lightly and swing with the melody. Close your eyes and let joy lead the way. Yeah. Beautiful message with these cards right here. Journey and dance. Enjoy the journey. Yeah, I have to take my own advice that I give out on my channel very often about the journey, the challenges are what makes us stronger, what helps us grow, right? And so, yeah, I'll have to think about this. And I would love to hear your comments if you care to comment on any thoughts or ideas you have that this has brought up in you, anything that you would like to say. I am open to hearing it. I always say if there's a subject you want me to read on, I'm more than happy to do it. Just let me know. Until next time, peace and kindness every single day. I do love you all, and thank you for supporting my channel and me.